Good morning, children. Very good morning. Children, today, this fine morning, in this class, we will discuss about the human resources. Children, regarding these human resources, you already have discussed, but I will, once again, I will revise the entire topic once. So, in this topic, children, you have to learn what is human resource, how humans are utilizing the resources, and what is density, how population is spread over the globe, across the globe. These points we will discuss. Let us, children, come to this. What is human resource? Resources are the free gifts, as you know. Children, as you know, resources are free gifts. All these resources, features which are created, which are given by the nature, natural resources. Example, you know very well about the natural resources like water resources, land resources, mineral resources, forest resources, and you know plenty of resources. These resources, according to the usage and ability, the people have been utilized for their survival. So therefore, these can be considered as a human resource. Ultimately, here the humans means the people. Ultimately, the people have been using the resources as per their ability, as per their skill, as per their convenience, as per their interest. The people, how they have been utilized these resources for their own survival by contributing various activities. You can say the human resources. At the same time here, children, humans have been spread over across the surface. Humans have settled across the surface in different continents. Population distribution, or you can say distribution of population. You can say distribution of population. People have been spread over across the surface, the whole world. So you can say pattern of population or distribution of population. For example, when you take about population, the world's population, China is the #1 country. Tango, densely populated, most densely populated country in the world is China. And India stood second place. So the population distribution of population in the various continents, if you take Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, Europe, and so on. So the distribution of population is more or less, to say the density. Before discussing, you should know about the density, the word density. Density means how many people are living per unit of an area. Number of people living per unit of an area can be considered as density. Say the word density here. DENSITY. Density means number of people, number of persons living per an unit of an area can be considered as a density. Density of population is how many people are going to live in a square kilometer or per unit of an area can be considered as a density. Density of population. Here we see, children, density of population is not same all the places, all the regions of the globe. See here if you see, the density of population is not same. Depend upon the resources, depend upon the various favorable factors. The population is varies from place to place, varies from continent to another continent, varies from one region to another region. That is how the density of population is totally varied from place to place. But children, you should learn what were the reasons behind that. Which are the factors affecting the distribution of population? This you have to make a note. Which are the factors affecting the distribution of population? You take now the following factors. The following factors are affecting distribution of population. Number one is climate. Yes, you take as a climate. Climate is the most important factor. It may be too hot, it may be too cold, it may be too chill. Environment, it should be favorable. Climate should be favorable. Not more, not less. As you know, India is an agriculture country. If the monsoon is fine, if the climate is fine, if weather is fine, we can perform various activities in our daily routine. There will be no disturbances. So therefore, climate should be suitable to do any kind of work. For example, agriculture. India is a monsoonal country, monsoonal type of climate. Monsoonal climate, most favorable for cultivation of agriculture, especially in the agriculture. Right. Apart from this, soil. Second factor is soil. The most important factor is soil. Agriculture. Soil is must. It is useful. Most important factor to cultivate different type of crops is a must. And you take about soil here, these can be classified two types. Example take, there are many types: alluvial soils, black soil, red soil, sandy soil, mountain soil, forest soil, laterite soil. So according to the land surface, depend upon the soil, you can choose the type of crop which can produce different crops, especially for agriculture. So here soil is the most important factor. For example, take alluvial soils, refined soils. These can be classified into two types. One is Khadar and second is Bangan. One is Khadar and second is Bangan. Khadar soils are the most fertile soils, whereas Bangans are not fertile, not suitable, not convenient to cultivate the different crops. because these are the pebbles, small gravels, which cannot help to grow the crops. So therefore, bangers are the unfertile soil. So based on these soils, one can cultivate different type of crops. Right? Soil is another important factor. Third one is minerals. Take it there. Third one is minerals. We have been extracting various minerals from the crust, ultimately which we can process different ornaments. These minerals which will help to run various raw materials, raw products for the different industries. So based on these minerals, we can classify the industries into different ways. Mineral based industries, agriculture based industries. So minerals are also very important. So like this, there are many factors for distribution of population. There are many factors affecting the distribution of population across the world. For example, you see now, generally if you take in India, the density population is very high in the places which are having more facilities, like good climate, good network of transportation, abundant of water supply, cheap labor, good job opportunities. If you take those places, normally people choose such places to settle in. That's why those places we can find more population. We can find densely population. Population generally will be more. Generally we find such places population is more. For example, take Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Goa, Delhi, metropolitan cities. Because these cities provide various job opportunities for the people. Various job opportunities for the people. Those are the main cities. At the same time, you can find the climate. Suppose the person who is working in Assam getting 2 lakhs rupees per month, he cannot settle there because the climate may not be suited to him, and away from the parents, away from the friends, so he doesn't like it. So therefore, he will choose a place where to settle. Here, money is not only criteria. You have to see the comfort and security and safe. Safe, comfort and security also very important to choose a place. That's why you say all the metropolitan cities, people settle in the major cities. The climate is fine, lot of industries will be there, transport facilities available and job opportunities available. All the facilities like education, industries, electricity. So normally people choose. So therefore such places we find more population. That is density population will be more or less. Right? At the same time here population change. Now you see in India if we take the more densely populated states. West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra. These are the most densely populated states in India. If you take India, the second biggest country, the 7th biggest country in the world, yes, India. Second is Canada. Right? So the biggest country in the world, USSR. Second one is Canada. Third one is Brazil, Argentina, Australia and India. So India is the 7th. If we take in India, here the density, 5 major densely populated states in India, you can say Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Kerala, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh. These are all the densely populated states. When you take low density population, when you take about a low density population, you take a mountain regions, northwestern region as well as northeastern region. Northwestern region like Gujarat, Rajasthan, northeast region like hilly region. Completely it is blocked with the terrain, mountains, which not suitable for do various activities. So therefore their population will be less. Northeastern as well as northwestern regions. Now coming to the population change. How population changes? Population always changes due to three factors. Number one is migration, birth rate and death rate. These are the three main factors how population changes. Migration, people keep on moving from one place to another place according to the climatic conditions. Physically, those who are physically moving from one region to another region according to the seasons can be considered a migration. Children, are you following? Yes. At the same time here, the migration can be two types. One is immigration, second is emigration. Coming from outside to India and people are going from India to other countries. Immigration and emigration. At the same time, birth rate and death rate. Due to these three factors, population changes. How population can be changed? What are the factors behind that? So population always changes due to number one is migration, second one is birth rate as well as death rate. Children, all these points were discussed earlier. Why I am telling you once again? Since almost all we are going to complete the portion. So just I would like to revise the topic. So I think this is the most last class. With this class, I think we are completing the human resources. Next class onwards, I think November, October, present, today is 1st. This month I think there will be no monthly test and directly in the month of November we will have half-yearly examination for 6th, 7th, 8th class. We will have half-yearly examination in the month of November, 1st week onwards. So now next class onwards, we will keep on revising these topics. We are going to keep on revising the topics. That's why I am revising this. This topic already regarding the human resources. We have discussed what is human resources, how people have been using the resources, what is density population, how this population has been spread over across the globe. What were the factors behind for population change? That is, one is migration, death rate and birth rate. All these points. And what is population pyramid? All these points we have discussed last class. Right? Children? So regarding the migration, we have discussed immigration, about what is birth rate and what is death rate with examples, and what is population pyramid. Population pyramid means calculation of population across the globe is known as a population pyramid, or you can say population age, sex age, you can say, with the graphical comparing the other countries we explained last class. Clear? So with this we will stop it, and next class onwards we will continue with these notes, I will give you a few questions related to human resources. Then some of the multiple choice given. You can prepare the notes and start preparing for your examinations. Is it clear? Thank you. Children, any doubt? Okay. Yep.